and let us catch him. Come on. There we go, and we captured Ralts. Ooh, a Master Ball loot, and we got a lucky egg. Welcome back, Rockstars, to some more Pixelmon. So now that we have half our team with Brion, Crocodile, and Volcarona, we're pretty set up. Now, we were working on getting our Gardevoir, which is 3 failures so far. Each one of these Ralts or Curlias have basically trash IVs, but because they have like mayors of whatnot that monthly or whatever they rotate, they all have different events. So currently, we get free Pokemon once every day you log in. I end up getting Espeon today, and you know, luckily enough, it's a psychic type, which we're currently going for, but it's actually got extremely good IVs, coming at 24 special attack and 23 speed, which are, you know, guess what? The 2 main IVs for most of all psychic types, especially a good old Espeon. So does this mean we're gonna replace our Gardevoir, who is our Mega Fairy type? Absolutely not. See, we're still gonna go ahead and we're gonna head over to a birch forest if we can find one, because obviously that's where a good old Gardevoir or Ralts or Curlia all spawn. Ooh, a Master Ball loot, and we got a lucky egg. That's actually really nice. That's double experience gain, and without a level grinding area on this server, that's gonna be really good. So what is our goal? Well, hopefully, first of all, we're gonna get Espeon trained up either today or within some point, either on or off screen, because Espeon's just a really good Pokemon, whether we're running Gardevoir or not, to have in the background as a backup. They're both the high speed, high special attackers, but in terms of comparison to like regular Gardevoir versus Espeon, I would say they're pretty equal Pokemon and opportunity wise. I wanted our good old Gardevoir because of the secondary fairy typing, so we had 2 fairy types in case we have to deal with any nasty dragon type Pokemon, but also because it's my Mega Evolution, which I currently don't have one set for the team. So I think we're going to use Espeon as more of a backup Pokemon for Gardevoir, but also at the same time, I've mentioned that we're not going to use just a direct 6. Almost in any Pixelmon series, I'll rotate the team in and out, especially based off whatever battle I'm going into. So having another speedy psychic type and one that's not necessarily our Mega is actually going to be really good for us. Question is, can we just get, you know, a simple, very, very simple Ralts to spawn, which does not seem possible. Ooh, first of all, Meowstic, we do need to capture you because I don't see you very often. What is it? It's the, I want to say purple dimension. Ultra Beast dimension, what is that technically called? Pokemon's version of the Shadow Realm, basically. Maybe if we go there, we're more likely to find a Ralts or Curlia. Okay, I see what, I need you not to kill this Meowstic. Perfect, I just need you to hurt it. Meowstic, I just don't see too often, so I gotta make sure I capture this. Thank you. Especially with the reality of not having a easy Pokemon catching time. We can't just warp to the EV training areas and catch the Pokemon that spawn there for EV training like we usually do, which usually makes things a lot easier. Okay, I see a Ralts on the map, but where is it? Come on, buddy. There you are. Okay, yes, perfect. A level 19 male. So technically, if we won, we could get, what is it? It's Glade, right? And you can only get that when it's a male Ralts, which I think is actually more rare than the female just actually overall. So yeah, we could definitely go for it, but I definitely want Gardevoir. How did I end up being the Pokemon that went to sleep? How? I've just spamming Sing. Can you wake up, Poplio, and send Ralts to sleep? Thank you. Perfect. We have that Pokeball and a level ball 54 versus level 19. It should be enough between it being asleep and a level ball. The math should add up and let us catch him. Come on. There we go, and we captured Ralts. Perfect. Okay, slash IVs 4. Let me see what we got here. 23 speed is actually really good, and 26 special attack. It was actually a really, really good Ralts. On top of that, let's go ahead and see. You have an up speed, lower special attack nature. That's not great. We'd much rather have timid like we would Jolteon up speed, lower physical attack, but we can always change that with tokens. That's not a big deal. Natures versus actual IVs, really easy to change in tokens, and a lot cheaper too. Now I'm gonna wait out the rest of this daytime cycle because it just started, to make sure we can capture as many Ralts or Gardevoirs or anything that spawns for that evolution line as possible, because I think this is the only Curlia or Ralts out of the 4 that I've caught that's actually been worth anything IVs wise. Hey, we finally learned Earthquake over Dig. Thank you so much, random trainer that spawned while I'm waiting for more Ralts. That's actually really, really good for us, because now I think Volcarona is the only one with the set of moves we really need to look at. Between Sparkly Aura, Sing, Icy Wind needs to be replaced, but in Moonblast, our good is Brion is all good. Plus, then we have Home Claws, Swagger, EQ, and Crunch for our Crocodile, which could be switched up a little bit because of Home Claws, but otherwise we're set. And then we Quiver Dance and Bug Buzz are our main moves. Flame Charge, not worth it. It's not only a physical attack, it's just not even very powerful anymore. And then Amnesia we might keep because it can raise our defenses, but I'm not sure if that's really gonna be worth it. It might be better just to give up Quiver Dance, have a special Assault Vest or something, and then just go all out. You know, there's really a different way you could always go at it. Alright, so when we look at all of our Curlias and Ralts IVs that we have, it's none of them are worth it. First of all, Curlia is the only one that's female, so it's the only one that can breed with the Ralts that we just caught. And the only thing good about its IVs is the special defense at 25. Otherwise, the only good one is the very last one in slot 6 because it has 29 HP IVs and 29 99 speed IVs. Otherwise, these guys are all just basically trash and not worth it. So with the Ralts that we did catch, we have an option. Since we do have 23 speed and a total of 26 special attack, we can technically use it. It's well good enough to actually use on a team. But if we kind of want to keep the trend with all the other Pokemon where they're, you know, basically 80% valued of IVs, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but over time between all the stat adaptations that add up, it's really powerful and makes a difference. So I don't think it's worth training this Ralts. I think it's very, very well worth just to sit here and wait and try to breed it. In the meantime, though, we can train up and use this Espeon so we do have some type of speedy psychic type. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do we keep Ralts for a Mega Gardevoir who's also Psychic Fairy? It's our speedy special attacker and keep trying to breed him, or do we just ditch it, get a new Mega, I guess, which would have to be a completely new member because there's not another member on the team that can Mega Evolve, and run with Espeon. Espeon I know I've run plenty of times before, so I'm not super worried about whether we use Espeon or not. Espeon's a great Pokemon. I love Espeon, but as I say in almost any new Pixelmon series I start, I always try to mix up the teams at least somewhat. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can get to training this good old Espeon and get it up to level with everyone else, so we at least have a party starting to build that we can take on certain Pokemon battles with, because I would really like to take on the Battle Tower. It being a level 5 Pokemon is not helping us, so we're going to take all these extra small candies and just dump them on Espeon because we don't need them for quite literally anything else. They're not worth any other Pokemon's experience. It only gives 100 XP. Alright, so the EVs are completely done for speed at 252, so now we just got to finish maxing out the special attack for Espeon and we are good to go. At that point, it's just leveling it up and using it however we see need fit until we can find Ralts, which has been really annoying actually. 3 separate attempts looking for just a breedable pair of Ralts that'd be worth it, and I found a half of a pair that's worth for breeding. Honestly, I didn't expect that Gardevoir or Mega Gardevoir was going to be one of the most difficult Pokemon for us to get. I thought it'd either be Hawlucha or Volcarona, and Volcarona wasn't amazingly hard, and I haven't seen a single Hawlucha yet, so that definitely seems interesting. I just wasn't expecting out of all Pokemon that we put on the team for Gardevoir to be one of the most difficult for us to actually be able to find. Well, let me rephrase that. We found it and find evolutions of it. Find at a good battle stance ready, or it's ready to breed. You guys get what I mean though. But no matter what though, having a psychic type that's speedy and special attacker built up for when we're not going to be using Gardevoir is really smart of us, because we're not always going to use Gardevoir, especially if we want to switch up Mega Pokemon. Plus, is there really a bad... Okay, I have a question. Is there actually a bad EV evolution? Like, at all? Is there any EV evolution that's just not worth using in battle? And no, you can't say EV because, yes, you're right, but at the same time, they had EV has their own EV evolution, or not evolution stone, Z move, and since it has its own Z move, it makes it a lot more viable to actually use in battle. Plus, you can't tell me EV's not usable in battle when something like Shuckle is, and Shuckle to work in battle, you have to have it basically perfect. But speaking of uncommonly used Pokemon for Pokemon battles, comment down below, what's your favorite non-common Pokemon to use in a Pokemon battle, whether it's Shuckle, a Dunsparce, just anything people just won't expect in a battle. Those are always the best Pokemon when you can actually learn how to run them. 248 out of 252. So Elgin, welcome to being the last Pokemon I need to max out the EV training for my Pokemon Espeon, and we are good to go. And now with this lucky egg, we can actually level it up at a decent pace in comparison to what we've had to do in the past, which is just spam rare candies. But leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below if you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you all next time, Rockstars. Peace, peace.